one. Okay. Just stuck that over there at the bottom. And then you've got one, go there too. Just want to make sure that they're nicely organised for the stand. Okay. To the pile she goes. Oh, I love this colour. Gorgeous. Last one could go in there, and then that's pretty balanced on either side of my desk for when people come by. Is that good? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Oh, hi. Perfect timing. I've just got finished with setting up my new stand of books that just came in today. How can I help you? So you're looking to purchase a book. That's great. You're definitely in the right place. And do you have a particular book in mind? Are you just browsing? Do you need direction to the specific sections of our store? You're just browsing. Okay. Well, in front of me here, I've actually got a stack of different books that have just come in today. And if you like, they're all quite different, really. So if you like, we can go through them and see if there's something that you'd like to take away with you. Okay, perfect, we'll do that then. Right, do you have any particular preference to genre or author, or would you just like to see what I've got and we'll go from there? Sure, okay, yeah, we can just go from what I've got in front of me. You know, sometimes I think that's a really good way of just discovering something that might be a little bit outside of your typical kind of comfort zone. So I think that's really, really great that you're choosing to do that. So let's hope that this selection doesn't disappoint you. Okay, so let's start with a classic, shall we? We've got here Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and this cover is just beautiful. It's a fabric cover, which means that you're getting some art in a way, which, if you're anything like me and you like to display your books around your home proudly, then this is one of those perfect books. There are a couple of those that have come in today, so we can show you through those as well if this is something you're interested in. So, obviously, Frankenstein is a classic book. And it's been over the years, but this cover is just glorious. It is a story that I think, if you are willing to stick with the writing that can be a little bit less easy to follow initially, it's a really rewarding book, and obviously it's been adapted many times over the years into movies and the like, and yeah, it's a really great read if you are looking for something. It's a book that's really, really good at night time, even just on a rainy day when you're looking for something to get stuck into with a pot of tea beside you. This is great. So what I will do is put all of these books just over here to the side of me on my other desk, and at the end, if there's anything that you would like, then we can go from there. Okay. Alright. So next up we've got Follow My Tears, the Policeman Said. This is a little novel that I've not actually read. So let's read the blurb together and we can see. Clearly it looks as if it's sci-fi. So the blurb is Jason Taverner is a sixth, the product of top secret government experiments 40 years earlier, which produced a handful of unnaturally bright and beautiful people. He is also a TV star, the prime-time idol of millions, until inexplicably all records of him disappears from the databanks. Now he is a man with no identity, in a police state where everybody's records are monitored. Can he ever be rich and famous again, if indeed those memories are not illusions? The good thing about this book, as well as it seems like it's quite a short read, so you may even be able to get through it in a couple of afternoons. And again, definitely leaning into the sci-fi, techno-futurism kind of genre here, if that's something that you're interested in. I really enjoy reading books that I tend not to lean towards, and this is definitely one of them that I, from reading the blurb, am absolutely interested in reading myself. But I will pop it on the pile for you. Again, we can come back to it at the end if it's something that you would be interested in. Okay. What have we got now? Oh, this is a little bit different. So this is the Botanical, and it's a special edition colouring book. Now, obviously, this is not something that you're going to read, but it is, as you can see from the cover, just beautifully illustrated. And if you're someone that is looking to kind of spend less time connected online, or is just looking to reconnect with things that they did when they were younger, or just to do something kind of a little bit mindful, then this book would be perfect for anybody. The blurb on the back says that you can embark on a floral adventure in the garden of botanicals and beyond. Venture into a meadow filled with spring flowers, a cool summer lake, an autumn harvest, and winter's first snow. So there's lots of different styles of pictures that you could take part in, colour in. So there's lots of different pictures in here that you could spend some time on. I love how shaded the flowers are. The bird is something that seems like it would give a lot of comfort and calm and a little bit of respite. If you're feeling a little bit world weary. I'll pop this on the pile as well. Okay. What have we got? Ooh. This is a gorgeous looking book. So next up we've got the Treasury of folklore, woodlands and forests. It says down here in the bottom, wild gods, world trees and werewolves. I mean, the cover on its own is just beautiful, with this kind of foil gold tree that kind of goes around the whole book. Beautiful. And it says here on the back that it's an enthralling collection of myths, folk tales and traditions surrounding our trees, woodlands and forests from around the world. And it seems to cover the tale of Baba Yaga, fairy tales and tree spirits, goddesses and forests that offer sanctuary, mystery and mischievous trickery. It's a beautiful little book. I just love the wolf here, and there's the girl with a cape that almost looks like it's a Red Riding Hood, but just beautiful. And if you're interested in folklore and those tales that have been passed down through the world, I think this is one that you'll really enjoy. Okay, let me pop this down for you as well. I love fabric books so much. I love the scratchy sounds. So comforting. Almost kind of reminds me of that what's that thing that people do videos of online? ASMR. Kind of reminds me of ASMR a little bit. So this says the poetry, pharmacy, tried and Prescriptions for the Heart, Mind and Soul by William C. Card. I love this kind of clean, just red with this pillow text and a logo on the front. I think it stands out so much, and I love the concept behind it as well, that it's a pharmacy offering poetry. I love that so much. And it says here on the blurb, sometimes only a poem will do. These poetic prescriptions and wise words of advice from William C. Cart's dispensary of comfort, delight, and inspiration for all, a space for reflection and that precious realization. I'm not the only one who feels like this. It's the concept of a shared experience with humanity, and that there's people out there going through similar situations to you. I find that very interesting that it's kind of used within a poetry situation. Okay, so that's that one. What have we got next? Another fabric book. This one is Sanditon by Jane Austen. And I believe that this novel is the last one that Jane Austen wrote, and it was never actually finished by her. So it's quite an interesting concept of a book. Do you like reading classics? Yeah. I love classics myself. I do find that you have to be in a particular mood for them, because sometimes, again, the language can kind of take a little bit more time to kind of understand exactly what's being said. So it takes a little bit more, it's much more active than maybe some other modern, lighter novels maybe, but I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just a very specific, because when you're in a particular mood. But I do love a classic book. Absolutely. Have you read this one? No? Okay. You're intrigued in this one? Okay. Yeah. It's just like a little bit of history in it, and the fact that it was never finished, I think, adds something really intriguing to just the whole concept of the book. The fact that it wasn't finished. Just you don't really get the chance to read something that's not been finished. So, absolutely. I love the little umbrellas with the yellow cover and the blue for the umbrellas and the little birds. It's gorgeous. Again, it looks brilliant on the bookshelf, I'm sure. Even just holding it like this, it looks glorious. So, Sanditon. Jane Austen. did just set all of these up, by the way, but it's fine. I can set them up again. It's okay. I've got a very slow day today. And it's nice just to be able to help somebody find a new read. It's something that they can really sink their teeth into and just enjoy. So don't worry at all. Next up is a book. I love books that are a collection of stories rather than just one story. And this is one such book. It's The Ghost Stories of Edith Wharton. It contains contains 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 little ghost stories, which are between, some of them are quite short and some of them are a little bit longer, but again, you can get through one in an hour or so, perhaps, maybe even less if you're a fast reader. And they're just nice to have. Again, it's the thought of being able to just hold a book and then read something and then be finished with it and then come back to this again at a later date and just work through it bit by bit, and then not feeling like you're forgetting a narrative. If there are other things that are kind of coming up in your life that you need to deal with first. I just love that about these kinds of collections of stories. You can just come back to it as and when. Of course, you can do that with a novel too, but again, especially if it's a long novel and there's a lot of pages, you can get a little bit lost in what you've previously read. This doesn't really have that same problem. I love this cover again too. It's quite unique. I've not really seen something like it before. I'm not really sure what the pattern is supposed to be necessarily, but I think it's just an abstract design. But again, it looks lovely with the slightly off-white and the pink and the black, and then the orange lines kind of breaking everything up. Ghost Stories of Edith Wharton, introduced by Kelly Link. Next up is something a little bit more of a heftier tome. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more of a bigger read, we've got Red Seas Under Red Skies by Scott Lynch. This is a second-hand copy, so the blurb is a little bit scratched off, so I can't read it to you completely. But I've heard very good things about this book. I believe it's sort of fantasy-esque leaning, and there's obviously a pirate ship, so I very much hope there is a pirate ship in the book. If not, it's very misleading. Just joking. It's a beautiful cover. I love the foil. Here are the flames going up of the ship, and the smoke kind of billowing around the scene of the waves, and the waves themselves are also highlighted in this kind of copper foil kind of colour. Again, just even looking at these from a kind of a visual standpoint, they say you should never judge a book by its cover, which is true, but these are lovely. And just looking at this, I would say, okay, I'd love this just to sit on my windowsill. And eventually I would read it, of course. I like to read every book that I buy, but next we have Once Was Willem, which is medieval fiction. So this is an enthralling dark medieval tale, a story of twisted folklore, macabre magic, and the strangest of found families. This is the tale of Once Was Willem. That's very foreboding. Which also happens to sound brilliant as a book. What do you think to this? Yeah, I thought so. I will put this on the definitely purchasing pile for you already. Okay, I'll put it over here in front of you. There you go. And then lastly, on the new pile today is a novel that I have started reading myself and I'm thoroughly enjoying. And that is Butter by Asako Yazuki. First of all, the cover is just so striking, so striking. And yeah, it's just looking at it, you just think, oh my goodness, what is this? Is it a food novel? But wait, where's the blood on the side in red foil? Why is there a cow? Why is it called butter? simply cannot tolerate feminists and margarine. And I think just in its own, that own kind of little statement is just so interesting. Yeah, and I don't want to spoil it, but I really, really, really recommend you to read this one. It's again, I've not finished it, but what I have read so far, I'm thoroughly enjoying, and I think, yeah, it's just a really special book, and it just also, I think, yeah, it's just great. It's just really, really good, and I highly recommend it. So I know you've already taken home. You're taking home Once Was Willem, but if you want something else to read, I really would suggest this one. What do you think? Yeah, you're gonna give it a go. Amazing. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I'm loving it so much. I'll put that there for you. Okay. So, out of our little pile of books, is there anything else you would like to take home with you today? Okay, you want to take home the folklore book as well? Good choice. And again, even if you don't get around to reading it before these two, it'll look great. It'll just look great sitting there on your bookshelf until you get around to it. Okay. And one more, sure. Which is the other one that you want to take? Great. Follow my tears, the policeman said. Lovely. I think you've got a really good range of books. You've got, two things that are kind of leaning fantasy, folklore, fiction. Then you've got something a bit more sci-fi, and then you've got Butter, which is kind of concerning. No, I'm not going to tell you. But it's different. So, good choice. Perfect. All right. So, let me just pull up some info. Just need to log these. So, I've got Flow, My Tears, Policeman Said. Brilliant. Okay, that one's there for you. Just need to make sure that's entered on the database since I've not really had time to put these out to the store yet, so just bear with me momentarily. Okay, so we've got Treasury of Folklore, Woodlands and Forests. Okay. Lovely. And then Butter. Perfect. And then Once Was Willem. Wonderful. Okay, that is all sorted for you. Okay, so are you looking to pay with these via card or cash or prepaid store credit? Oh, okay, you've got some prepaid store credit. Amazing. Okay, I'll just pull that up for you. Okay, could you give me your on the back of your card? There will be a little number. If you could just give that to me, please, and then I'll pop onto the system. Lovely. Found it. Perfect. Okay. Lovely. Okay. You're all done. You've got enough on. We're actually having a sale at the moment, so the store credit that you've got on your card there actually covers all of these books. So you've actually not got to pay anything today. We just get a little bag for you, and I'll pack these up. Let's have a look. Okay. So I'm excited for you to try this one. I think it'll be really good. This one too. Again, great on a shelf. And butter. Oh goodness. I'm hoping I see you again in store at some point because I'd love to hear what you think of this once you're done. And then once as well. Okay. Here you go. Here's your little bag. It's a very useful bag that we like to give away. So you've got yourself a nice little tote as well to take home with you. Here you go. Perfect. Brilliant. Amazing. Okay, well thank you so much for coming by today. I really hope you enjoy all of those books. Okay, well you have a good day now.